In the Beatitudes, Jesus describes a world that we do not know. He begins by saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Theirs is, it's present tense, it's right now. And the last saying is, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So he repeats the first blessing again. Theirs is, it's present tense, it's right now. And these two statements bookend six other future-oriented statements. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Jesus describes a world that we do not know. Think about it. In the world that we live in, where do the meek belong? In a world driven by competition, in a world driven by power and big personalities, in a world driven by punching back, by not taking no for an answer. Where do the meek belong? How will they inherit anything, let alone the entire earth? And yet, Jesus promises that this is the way that the world is. He describes a world that we do not know. In a sermon called "The Most Durable Power," Martin Luther King Jr. teaches that love is the most durable power. Not violence, not power, not aggression, not power as we know it, I should say, not aggression, not money. Love is the most durable power. And he references the Beatitudes. He says, we might be condemned and persecuted for righteousness' sake. We might be called impractical idealists and radical extremists. But we should accept that, he says. We should go to jail if we have to, or die if we have to, because the world that Jesus has called us to is the world of the Beatitudes. A world filled with people who thirst and hunger for righteousness. A world filled with peacemakers. A world where the poor in spirit are blessed and not broken. Where the meek are uplifted, not walked over. And so I say we should accept those consequences too, those accusations, but only if love truly is the reason for our lives. That in love we are pursuing the will of God. That in love we are following the things that the Beatitudes says about the world. If we are loving impractically, if we are giving mercy idealistically, if we are dangerously making peace in a world that loves violence, and if we are radically, extremely committed to pursuing righteousness in this world. Let me leave you with a very, very bad dad joke. When the world is not as it should be, you don't need to have a bad attitude because you've got the Beatitudes. I'm so sorry. I had to. What I'm saying is, when the world is so clearly at odds with the kingdom of heaven that God says is ours now, and with the promises that God makes in the other Beatitudes, do not despair. Know that God is with you, and that the most durable power is love, and that love can endure whatever this world throws at it. Live in peace, according to the Beatitudes and the world that they describe. Amen.